Hey guys, BaoZakeruga here, and today I have a list for you that I'm sure some of you can relate to. 5 games I love from 5 genres I don't. It's just as it sounds, I'm going to list 5 games that I really like, but they're from genres that I tend not to like. And keep in mind that these games aren't in any particular order, it's just a random 5, and with that out the way, here we go.
Guards! Shoot that bastard! Kill him! This killing me won't solve anything.
Number 5, representing stealth games, Dishonored. When it comes to games, my main approach is usually one of aggression. The best defense is a great offense, basically, which is probably why I always suck at games like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry on the harder difficulties. But anyways, getting back on track, this is why stealth games had never really clicked with me. I even played Metal Gear like an action game. But along comes Dishonored, a game I've played through at least 4 times in the past couple years and can't wait to play again. I think what made Dishonored stick out from the pack to me is the freedom. The game at its core is stealth based, but you can go full on Rambo if you so desire with an arsenal of supernatural abilities at your disposal. Oh look, a group of guards. Let me stop time and summon a swarm of rats to devour them and then warp away like I was never there. Now, honestly, I don't normally go full on blitzkrieg when playing this game. The stealth is fast paced and feels rewarding as you pull off stealthy kills and takedowns, so I don't really mind it. I mainly play somewhere in the middle, usually reserving my anarchic tendencies for when I'm surrounded by a group of enemies. The stealth in Dishonored is fast paced, very flexible to the player, and above all else, it's fun.
Status is chafed, sir.
You say chafe, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. A local airborne insurgency has infiltrated the U.S. zone designated as my pants.
Number 4, representing military shooters, Spec Ops: The Line. Military shooters, there's too damn many of them and too many of them are the same. So when I heard of a military shooter that was heavily story driven, my interest was piqued. This game took me by surprise and I loved every second of it. You control Walker, a member of the US Army, and are tasked with finding what the hell happened in the city of Dubai after a failed evacuation. That's all I'm going to tell you of the story, as you should truly experience it for yourself. Even if you're not a fan of shooters, I highly recommend you play this game for the story alone. With around 2 decades of violence, shock value media ingrained into me, I like to think I'm pretty desensitized to what most games could throw at me. But there's one specific scene in this game that made me put down the controller and just say, damn. And I don't mean that figuratively, I literally put down the controller and said damn out loud. I'm sure anyone that's played the game will know the scene I'm talking about too. Now in terms of gameplay, I liked it. It's a shooter. You find guns, pick them up, aim, and shoot your targets until they die. But something else I did like, however, is the use of sand in some areas. It's not too often, but the game lets you shoot out windows and ceilings in certain segments and let the resulting influx of sand either sweep away your enemies or alter the landscape. It was a small thing that broke up the monotony and I liked it. If you're like me and love story-driven games that know how to keep your attention, definitely give Spec Ops: The Line a try. Number 3, representing sports games, Rocket League. Unless you want to count professional wrestling, sports games just aren't my thing. And honestly, I'm not even sure this game counts as a sports game, but who cares, I'm putting it on the list anyways. It's my newest addiction, Rocket League. The devs of this game must know me well. How do you get me interested in something I'm not? Add a ridiculously awesome spin to it. With Rocket League, we have soccer with gravity-defying toy cars. They ride on walls and even bounce in midair. This is one of those games where you play a match and tell yourself, just one more, and the next thing you know it's 2 o'clock in the morning. There's not much else to say here. It's soccer with gravity-defying toy cars. Go play it if you haven't and get addicted like I am.
Mario!
Number 2, representing 3D platformers, Super Mario 64 DS. 3D platformers aren't a genre I hate or anything, I just tend to get bored of them quickly and rarely play them past the first couple hours. A couple examples include both Mario Galaxies and the original Ratchet & Clank, and even the original Super Mario 64. So I'm sure you're asking yourself now, well, why do you like the DS version of 64 then? Well, 2 probable reasons being, 1, I was older and more mature when playing the DS remake, so I didn't just say, ew, I don't like this after like an hour like I did with the original as a kid, and 2, it has minigames. Very fun minigames, I might add. So yes, I didn't experience the magic of Mario 64 until it was on the DS. I smacked my childhood self if I could.
Gundam Battle Assault 2.
Number 1, representing 2D fighting games, Gundam Battle Assault 2. How do you keep my attention with a 2D fighter? Well, you throw Gundams in it, obviously. Okay, yes, the Gundams are awesome, but this is a surprisingly good fighting game on its own. Mixing the traditional 2D fighting with the thruster system and a couple other things, and you have one hell of an underrated game with some surprising depth to it. Not much else to say about this entry really, it's a fighting game with mobile suits. I love it. So there you have it, just a fun little list I thought up. I love to hear some of your games in the comments, some genres you hate, but you love. Maybe you don't like 2D platformers and you're a big Shovel Knight fan. Let me know, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you for watching, and have a great day.